Hi, today we're going to continue our discussion on the multiplication of matrices. No? And we have two problems now. The first matrix C is with the elements of 4, 10, negative 2, 6, and 5, 9. And A, multiplied by A is equal to negative 1, 5, and 3, and 2. So the dimensions, as you said, of 3 is 3 by 2, no? 3 rows and 2 columns. And matrix A is 2 by 2, 2 rows and 2 columns. Always remember that we should have the same inner dimensions for CA. If they're not the same, otherwise we cannot multiply C and A, no? Matrix A C by A, no? And the outer dimensions will determine the result or the product of multiplying the two matrices here. So now we continue, no? CA, no? Matrix C multiplied by A is 4 times the first number, negative 1, and 10 times the columns here, 3, no? And 4 times 5 plus 10 times 2. The second one, negative 2 times 1 times negative 1, and 6 times 3, no? And negative 2 times 5 and 6 times 2, no? So the last row, 5 times negative 1 and 9 times 3, and 5 times 5 and 9 times 2, no? So the product of the multiplying the two matrices is negative 4 plus 30, negative 4 plus 30, 20 and 20, no? 4 times 5 is 20, 10 times 2 is 20. So for the second row, negative 2 times negative 1 is 2, 6 and 3 is 18, negative 2 times 5 is negative 10, 6 and 2 is 12. 5 times negative 1 is negative 5. 9 times 3 is 27. 5 times 5 is 25. And 9 times 3 is 18. So we combine these two columns here. Negative 4 plus 30 is 26. 20 and 20 is 40. 2 plus 18 is 20. Negative 10 plus 12 is 2. Negative 5 plus 27 is 22. 25 plus 18 is 43. So this will be our final answer, no? For number 2, we have matrix D with a 3 by 3 dimension, 3 rows and 3 columns. So with elements 2, negative 3 and 12, 9, 3 and 1, and 0, 8 and negative 10. For matrix C is equal to 4, 10, negative 2, 6, and 5, 9. When multiplying, we multiply the first row by the first column. So the dimensions, similarly, we should have 3 by 3 dimensions, the inner dimensions of D and C. And the outer dimensions will determine the dimension of the product, no? So the product should be 3 by 2. No? So now we multiply the first row by the first column. 2 times 4, negative 3 and negative 2, 12 and 5. 12 and 5. So the second column here, 2 times 10, negative 3 and 6, and 12 and 9. So the second row, 9 times 4, 3, no, this 3 here, times negative 2, 1 times 5, and also 9 times 10, and 3 times 6, and 1 times 9. So for the last row, see, 0 times 5, and 8, 0 times is 8 times negative 2, and negative 10 times 5. So for the second column here, 0 times 10, 8 times 0 times 10, 8 times 6, and negative 10 times 9. Combine all these terms here. 2 and 4, 2 times 4 is 8, negative 3 and negative 2 is 6. 12 times 5 is 60. 2 and 10 is 20. Negative 3 and 6 is negative 18. 12 times 9 is 108. For the second column here, 9 times 4 is 36. 3 and negative 2 is 6. Negative 6. 1 and 5 is 5. So 9 and 10 is 90. 3 and 6 is 18. 1 and 9 is 9. So lastly, so you just copy here 0. 8 times negative 2 is negative 16. No? So this is negative 16. So this should be negative 16 here. It's negative 16. And this is negative 15. So 0, 48, and negative 10, and 9 is 19. Negative 90. So this one is 8, 6 and 60 is 74. 20. So this one is 20 minus 18 is 2 plus 8, 108 is 110. So this one is 30 plus 5 is 35. 90 plus 18, 108 plus 9 is 117. So this one is negative 66, negative 16, negative 50 is negative 66. So this one is negative 66, and this one is 48 minus 90 is negative 42. So our final product is 74 and 110, 35 and 117, and negative 66 and negative 42. So as you can see, the product will has a dimension of 3 by 2, 3 rows and 2 columns. So that's how we're going to answer multiplication of 2 matrices. Always remember this thing here. We repeat, no? The inner dimension of density, that is D with a dimension of 3 by 3, 3 rows and 2 columns. So 3 rows and 3 columns. And C with the dimensions of 3 by 2, 3 rows and 2 columns. The inner dimensions, the number of columns here should be equal to the number of rows of C. No? And the product will have a 3 by 2. The number of rows of the product is 3, and the number of columns should have a 2-dimensional 2 columns. So that's it, and thank you again for watching our videos. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel by Wilfredo Tan, and don't forget to click that notification bell. So thank you, and see you again later.